Hi there, my name is Kelly Jan, and I am currently a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I have been with the Plexus company as an ambassador since October of 2014 and decided to really take advantage of the financial opportunity that Plexus provides in October of 2014 is when I started, but in March of 2015 is when I decided that I wanted to make a career, if you will, out of Plexus. I really saw the true advantage. I had been involved with other network marketing companies in the past, and once I really started to understand the compensation plan, that is when I knew that Plexus was probably one of the best compensation plans that I'd ever seen compared to anything that I had seen out there. And I did some research. I saw Melissa Martin, who was the person who introduced me to Plexus. I saw that she was getting ready to quit her full-time job of 14 years, and I said, I can do this, and I have. So I want to spend today, this time with you, explaining more about the compensation plan for Plexus. So if you have already joined the pink team, as I would call it, and decided that you want to be, you've already decided and you are a Plexus ambassador, then hopefully this will be a refresher for you, or maybe you're brand new and you don't know how Plexus compensates us. This is a perfect time for you to be watching, or maybe you're checking out the Plexus opportunity and you're like, I really don't know. I want to see more about it, and then I'll decide if I want to get involved. So either way, this call is perfect for you. The first thing I want to start off with is talking a little bit. And so I'm going to share my screen with you. Give me 1 second. It always asks me what screen I want to share. It's not asking me that. Here we go. Hold on 1 second. Okay, share my screen. All right, so right now, you guys should be looking at an annual ambassador income. That's what it should say. If somebody can give me a thumbs up and let me know if that is what you see, that would be great. You should see red. Okay, great, wonderful. When you have two screens, you have to make sure it's showing the right one. So what you're looking at here was put out by Plexus in January of 2015. It took all of the active Plexus ambassadors and then the income generated by each of those ambassadors and put out an average level. So you can see where it says ambassador, senior ambassador, silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, emerald, sapphire, and diamond. What I love about the Plexus opportunity is that these levels of achievement are not based on volume. In network marketing companies that I've been involved with in the past, different ranks or achievements were based on how much income or how much revenue was being generated through your organization or your team. And Plexus is not structured in that way. We are actually structured in a point system, which I will get to in just a few minutes, that allows you to achieve a higher rank. The other thing that I love about the Plexus program is that you don't have to have certain levels of achievement within your team for you to be able to rank up, meaning that you don't have to have 5 senior gold ambassadors on your team for you to be a Ruby ambassador and so forth. I love that about the Plexus opportunity. The other thing that makes Plexus unique is that you are able to sign up your spouse as an ambassador. And so you're able to each build separate businesses together, which is another, I think, huge selling point for the Plexus opportunity. I mentioned earlier that I am a senior Ruby ambassador. My husband is a senior gold ambassador. So when you see the numbers here, I can attest, and I know that there will be several other people later on in the call who are current ambassadors who would agree with me that these numbers are very accurate, if not conservative. So if you're doing the math and you're looking at this and you're looking at a gold ambassador and you're thinking, okay, 12,378, what does that equate to? So if you do the math and you divide that by 12, you can see about how much somebody who is a gold ambassador is bringing in through Plexus in any given month. You can do the same math all the way up until you see Emerald Ambassador, Sapphire Ambassador, and Diamond Ambassador. You can see that there's a big jump from Senior Ruby to Emerald. And the reason for that is there are a couple of different things that kick in at that level that we will talk about. Two of the things that Plexus affords us with that are not even part of the 11 ways that Plexus pays us is the card program. So when you do become an Emerald Ambassador, Plexus allows you to go and pick out your very own Lexus. There are different cars that you're able to choose from, and believe me, once you become an Emerald Ambassador, someone will explain all of that to you. There is a separate bonus at Diamond, which is very exciting, that pays for a different Lexus. So very, very excited about myself being able to go pick out my Lexus very soon. The other thing that happens is Plexus has a trip to Hawaii that you also qualify for. That you and a guest get to go, all expenses paid, to Hawaii every year that you qualify as an Emerald. And this year will be the first year that the Diamond Ambassadors get to go out a few days early and have a separate special resort stay right outside of Los Angeles. And to qualify for both of those trips, that qualification period is by July 31st in any calendar year. So those are just two extras that Plexus throws in there. So again, I will have a couple people that are on the call who are current ambassadors talk a little bit about their financial experience with Plexus. But right now, I want to dive into what I mentioned just a few moments ago, which is the 11 ways that Plexus pays its ambassadors. And this Plexus compensation plan summary chart is available for download on any of the websites of anybody who invited you on this call. You can go to their website, you can click about the opportunity, and if you scroll down, there will be a place where you can download this. So this is 100% public information, or you can ask me or anybody who invited you to the call, and they would be happy to share this compensation chart with you, or even a more detailed version. So I'm going to go through each of the 11 ways. So if you're taking notes, I will try to explain them as thoroughly as possible. Again, this is only a 30-minute call, and if you have questions, of course, get back with the person who invited you to listen in, and they can explain each one of the 11 ways in more detail. The first way is retail reward commission. So if you're looking at my screen, down in the bottom left, it says retail rewards commission. So this is how it works. The nice thing about Plexus is that there is no minimum order. You don't have to order any amount from Plexus at any given time. You pay your $34.95 to become an ambassador, which is absolutely one of the cheapest buy-ins I have ever seen for any type of company, period, whether it's network marketing or not. But that $34.95 gets you a website. You're able to send people to your website, and they're able to make orders. The first $100 is what qualifies you to be able to have a commission. So you can see that you're not commissioned on the first $100 that either you purchase or one of your customers purchases. With Plexus, it doesn't have to be customer sales. It can be your own personal sales, personal purchases for the things that you take for yourself or for your family. So those first $100, there is not a commission paid. For $100 all the way up to $499, we're paid a 15% commission. That's 1-5. And then for $500 and up, we're paid a 25% commission. The great thing about Plexus is that we are paid that 25% all the way back to $100. So you're not paid 15% on the first portion and then just 25% on that latter portion. It's the whole amount. So that is the first way that we get paid with Plexus, so retail reward commission. The second way that we get paid with Plexus is called a preferred customer bonus. When you have customers with Plexus, they can order one of two ways. They can order as a retail customer. That's the most expensive way for people to order. It's a one-time order. It will never come again, but that is the most expensive way. You do receive commission, just like you would at the 15% or 25% level from those orders, but that's all. If you have a preferred customer, you also receive the commission, but you receive what is called a preferred customer bonus, and you get that every single month when those customers order. So in this middle section where it says preferred customer bonus, you can see what those bonuses look like. So for instance, if you have a preferred customer who is purchasing the Triplex combo, you will receive a $20 preferred customer bonus on top of your commission every month when they order that. If they also order the X Factor vitamins, that's an additional $5 bonus. If they also order the Mega X, $5. If they order the Boost, $5. If they order the Block, $5. The body cream, $8, and so on and so forth. You may have a customer who is a preferred customer who's ordering all of those different products, and those preferred customer bonuses definitely add up. You don't get that just the first time they order it, you get it every single month, which is why it's a win-win to have preferred customers. A, the customer themselves, they get the product at a cheaper price. There's no cost to becoming a preferred customer. They get their product shipped to them every month. They can turn that off at any time. They don't have to order a certain amount. There's no term length. Sometimes when you're in a preferred program with some companies, you have to commit for 60, 90, 120 days. That's not the case with Plexus. You can turn it off. And it's as easy as going into the website, putting in a username and password, which preferred customers have, and clicking that they want to cancel their order. So I think it's so easy. I don't understand why anybody would want to be a retail customer. It doesn't make sense to me at all. The other bonus of being a preferred customer is starting on the 4th month and beyond, they get an additional 10% off of their product. So win-win. The customer gets a better price, and you as an ambassador get that extra preferred customer bonus. The third way that we get paid with Plexus is called a retail rewards override commission. So that's a big string of words, but I'll say it again. Retail rewards override commission. And what that is anybody that you have personally sponsored as a Plexus ambassador, those are called your level 1. You are receiving the 15 or 25% on your customers and your personal orders. What a retail reward override commission is a 5% commission that you earn on everything over 100 of your level 1. Let me say that again. You receive a 5% commission on everything over $100 that is coming through all of your level 1 ambassadors. All right, number 4, business building bonuses. Business building bonuses are paid out to you as an ambassador when you sign up a new ambassador. So when you signed up as a new ambassador, if you are an ambassador, you have the choice of 2 different sizes of welcome kits. Now, a welcome kit simply is the $34.95 that you paid to have your website, and it's a one-time only that you have the ability to purchase your products at a cheaper price. You also get a very fancy box that looks like this. It comes with all kinds of goodies in it, things that explain the compensation plan. You get a cool bracelet. There is a checklist for new ambassadors. All of that is included, and that comes in your welcome kit as well. So when you purchase that welcome kit, the smaller welcome kit is $99 plus the $34.95. The larger welcome kit is $199 plus the $34.95. So when you sign up somebody new as an ambassador, you refer them to the Plexus business. That gives you what they call a business building bonus. So if you have someone who purchases the larger welcome kit, you get a $49.75 bonus. for that. It's a one-time bonus that you get. That bonus is also paid up the next 3 levels from you. And so 50% of the welcome kit goes to the person who sponsored them. Then it goes up from there, 25%, 15%, and 10%. So what that looks like, if you've sponsored someone who purchased the larger welcome kit, it's $49.75, $24.88, $14.93, and $9.95. That is the breakdown for someone who you brought into the business who decided to purchase the larger welcome kit. If they purchased a smaller welcome kit, the breakdown is $25 to you, the ambassador that sponsored them, and then on up the line is paid $12.50, $7.50, and $5. So a whole separate way, that's the 4th way that we get paid as a Plexus ambassador, and those bonuses are paid weekly. All of the other bonuses that I mentioned up until now are paid on the 15th of every month, but the business building bonuses are paid the Friday following that ambassador signing up. All right. Let's get into the 5th way that we are paid as a Plexus ambassador. Number 5 is a one-time achievement bonus. So we talked about the different levels of recognition and the different levels of achievement, and they are listed here where it says ambassador rank. Silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, emerald, sapphire, and diamond. Right here in this column, underneath earnings, it says one-time achievement bonus, and each of those are listed here. So when you become a silver ambassador, you receive a one-time achievement bonus of $100. Again, that is paid out in your regular commission check on the 15th of the month. As a gold ambassador, $250, senior gold, $350, ruby, $500, and senior ruby, $750. So those are all the one-time achievement bonuses. They get paid out the month following on the 15th that you achieved that rank. Now, if you're on the call and you are wanting to know, well, what is a silver? What is a gold? We're going to talk a little bit about becoming a silver ambassador a little bit later on the call, but definitely get with the person who invited you and they can explain exactly how to become each of the different ranks. But if you're just getting started, silver is the first step, and so that's one of the most important ones to understand. The 6th way that we get paid is called a Fast Start Achievement Bonus. And the Fast Start program is any of these levels that I mentioned, silver all the way through senior ruby. If you achieve that rank within 30 days of becoming a Plexus ambassador, Plexus doubles that bonus. Meaning, if you became Fast Start does not include silver. So being a gold ambassador through senior ruby, if you do that within your first 30 days, Plexus will double the bonus. Meaning, if you became a gold ambassador outside of 30 days, there is that one-time $250. If you became a gold ambassador within your first 30 days, you would receive your normal $100 silver bonus, $250 gold bonus, and then Plexus is going to give you an additional $350. So it's for a total of $700. The same is true if you achieved senior gold, meaning that you would receive the normal $100, $250, and $350 bonus from Plexus for the normal achievement, that one-time achievement bonus. But then that 6th way kicks in, and Plexus would give you an additional $700, and so forth all the way up through senior ruby. Again, the person that invited you on the call can explain to you what those different levels of achievement mean. But if you are able to achieve those in the first 30 days, then as a 6th way that Plexus pays us, they do kick in an additional bonus. They match that. All right. So the next way we get paid, the 7th way we get paid, are called Plexus Pay Points. These Plexus points are over on this sort of right middle section of this chart. Plexus is very generous, as you already, I'm sure, have figured out in their pay structure, but they allow us to get paid in a somewhat of a profit-sharing fashion. Plexus takes 50% of all of products that are sold through Plexus Worldwide in a month, and 50% goes to pay for the company to run and function. The other 50% is given back to the ambassadors, which if you research other compensation plans, 50% is very, very, very generous. 45% is taken and is divided up by the number of active ambassadors, and we get what we call pay points. Since I have been an ambassador, the pay points have been around $3. So we'll use that just for some easy math, just so that you can see where those points add up. Because I always tell people the money is in the points. And you can see why here pretty quickly. When you start signing people up with Plexus, we get paid pay points down 7 levels. So your level 1 ambassadors, meaning people that you personally have sponsored, are worth 5 points. Level 2s are worth 5, as well as level 3 ambassadors. From there, levels 4 are worth 4 points, level 5, 3 points, level 6, 2 points, and level 7 is 1 point. That, again, can be a little bit confusing, but again, talk to the person who invited you on the call. So what happens is, as a gold ambassador, for example, you have 100 points represented on your team of ambassadors. So if you look at pay points, if you multiplied 100 points times $3, then that would be a $300 bonus that is just a standalone, and as that 7th way that Plexus pays us. As an Emerald ambassador, you have 1,500 points. And so you can do the math pretty quickly there. So you can say 1,500 points times that average of $3 is $4,500 as a standalone just from the points, and so forth. So you can see that the points are where the steady money and the big increases that you can see right away. Sorry about that, I had to get some water there. So that is the 7th way that Plexus pays us, through pay points. Now, I mentioned that 50% goes back to Plexus and 50% goes to us. 45% determines the pay point. The other 5% is divided up in the 8th, 9th, and 10th way that we as Plexus ambassadors get compensated. The 8th way is called the Emerald Pool Bonus. Once you go Emerald, that last 5% for the whole company, 3% of that is divided up and paid to the Emerald ambassadors. So not only when you go Emerald are you getting paid on all the ways we've already talked about, plus you've got 1,500 points times that pay point bonus, and you get your car, and you get to go to Hawaii every year. You have access now to that 3% company-wide that's paid out to just Emerald. The 9th way that we get paid is once you become a Sapphire ambassador, there is an additional 1% that is paid. So now you're getting a total of 4%. And then as a Diamond ambassador, there is the final 1%. So you're getting that whole 5% that's divided up by what we call Jewel ambassadors. Again, unheard of when you're looking at other network marketing compensation plans. Huge, huge, huge. The 11th way that we get paid as a Plexus ambassador is what they call the Diamond Reentry position. So most network marketing companies, once you become a Diamond ambassador, or whatever the top level ambassador or the top level position, distributor, whatever they're called in that company, that's it. I mean, they'll continue to make money, but there's no more ranks. There's no more levels of achievement. What Plexus allows us to do is once you've become a Diamond ambassador, you can re-enter, which basically means you are able to clone yourself. You are able to sign yourself up as a level 1 ambassador and start again. So not only do you have your whole Diamond organization, but you now have yourself as a level 1 ambassador, and you're able to grow your team there as well. Right now, there is one double Diamond ambassador within Plexus. Her name is Celeste Wynn. I would highly encourage you to Google her, to look her up on YouTube, to follow her on Facebook. Amazing, amazing lady. And she is a double Diamond ambassador. Now, there are several other ambassadors within Plexus who are very close to becoming a double Diamond ambassador. And not only can you do it for yourself, But my goal is, because I mentioned earlier that I very soon will be an Emerald Ambassador, my husband very soon will be a Ruby Ambassador, is that we each would be able to achieve the Diamond Ambassador level. We'll each be able to re-enter, and so we'll be a household of 2 double diamonds, which is crazy to even think about, but it is so doable because I can see it happening, because I see the growth of the team and the growth of the company as a whole. So those are the 11 ways that we get paid with Plexus. The last thing I want to do is take just a couple of minutes in order to share with you how to be recognized as a Silver Ambassador, because that is the first level of achievement where there is a separate one-time achievement bonus involved. And then I will have a couple of people on the call who are current ambassadors. If they would like to share, we will, because I want to try to be as cognizant of the time as possible. So to become a Silver Ambassador, it means that you have personally sponsored 3 ambassadors within the Plexus worldwide system. That you've sponsored 3 ambassadors who are commission qualified. If it's the first month that they've joined, that means that they have purchased a welcome kit, and they have $100 in orders coming through their website, and they have their backup order turned on. So the backup order is one thing we haven't talked about yet, but it's nothing to be afraid of. It doesn't mean that anything is going to be shipped that you're not aware of. It's really in place exactly as it said, as a backup, meaning that if you at the end of the month don't have $100 going through your account, that backup order is there to be able to ship you products to make sure that you are over that $100 so that you are eligible for a commission. You can go in and turn your backup order off at any time if you see that you're not going to have $100 in sales and you don't want that to ship. It just means that you're not eligible for commission. But if you have less than $100 in purchases, there's not going to be a commission on those sales anyway. So the backup order is nothing to be afraid of. So again, to be a Silver Ambassador, you need to have sponsored 3 people. It doesn't have to be in 1 month, although it very easily can be, who are commission qualified. So again, get with the person who invited you onto this call that can tell you more about becoming Silver. My goal, and what I try to teach everybody in my organization, is to go Silver every month, meaning that you would have a goal to talk to 3 people about becoming a Plexus Ambassador every month. We call it the power of 3, and that is how I have been taught to build my business. And I can guarantee you that if you do that, you will have similar results that I have had. Melissa Martin told me to go Silver every single month, meaning add 3 ambassadors. And if I look back from March through now, I have added anywhere from 3 to 4 on average ambassadors every month. And I will be an Emerald Ambassador by March. So you can totally do it. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And if there are any ambassadors who are on the call, maybe just a couple of you, who would like to share what Plexus has meant to you financially, just shoot me a little chat message and I can have you unmuted and you can share just a couple of minutes. Right now we have been recording for almost 30 minutes, so I do want to wrap up the call here in just a second. But is there anybody that would like to share? Don't be shy. No one? All right, I will not make anyone. I do see that there are several ambassadors on the call, ranging from, oh, I have one. All right, Betty, if you can unmute yourself.
Okay. Can you hear me?
All right, we can hear you and we can see you as well, so go ahead.
Okay, when I came in, I'm kind of like Kelly. I just was buying the products for me and my husband. But now I am making more than I do at my current job a month. I'm gold, just went gold last month. I'm hoping to retire in 2 years from my current job. I work with children, so I really don't want to leave them, but that's a goal.
What a wonderful, I mean, what a fantastic blessing that is. I know that in today's society, you just never, there's no such thing as 100% job security. And so just to know that you've been able to do that for you and your family is amazing. And, you know, people say, oh, well, you sound materialistic and all these things. And I say, you know what? Money is what can help people. So if that paycheck is able to help others and to help, you know, any type of goals that people have, whether it's retiring or whatever that is, even if it's just to pay for your own Plexus products, that is amazing. So thank you, Betty, for sharing that.
Thank you. And I want to add one thing. My December check, which was really my November check, paid for 4 children who would not have had Christmas if it had not have been for us. It was a poor family. Mama's raising 4 on her own. So my check paid for somebody else, not just for us.
That is wonderful. Oh, that just gave me chills. Thank you so much, Betty. Barry would like to share as well. So, Betty, I'm going to ask if you would mute yourself again. That would be wonderful. Barry, if you will unmute yourself, that would be great.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. I've got my headphones in, and I wasn't sure if it was working. So,
That's okay.
my husband told me that once our children went to school that I would probably need to find a job. And, of course, I didn't want to do that because I don't really like the idea of working for somebody. I've been a stay-at-home mom for about 7 years, and that's really hard just to start over and get back out into the working world. So this kind of just fell into my lap, and now, we started just taking our products and everything, but now, we're making more than enough to pay our mortgage. So this has been a huge blessing for us, and it would be for anybody who would be willing to just put in a little bit of work to change other people's lives.
Thank you, Barry. Yeah, I love that story. I remember you and I talking at the school one day about the Plexus opportunity, and you said, I don't want to go back to work. And I said, well, I mean, what would it take to do that? And you shared it with me, and I said, I think that you can do that before the kids go back to school. And you were like, I'm in. So amazing. Thank you so much, Barry. Casey's going to share with us as well. So, Barry, if you will mute yourself, and Casey, you can unmute yourself. Actually, Casey might be on a cell phone.
I got it.
So, okay, perfect.
I found it. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever Zoomed from my phone. I usually do it from my laptop,
Okay.
but I was leaving a meeting and I was like, I gotta hear what's happening. So
Okay, good. Thanks for joining us.
The opportunity with Plexus is it's just completely unmatched, and it's blown me away. I had no idea the money involved in this. I remember riding with Kelly down the road one day, and I had just started, and she was talking with someone else. She said, yeah, I'm paying my mortgage and for 3 of my kids to go to private school. And I thought, wait, what? Like, just to know that is an opportunity. And this was August. I wasn't really building my business, but boy, I started building it after that. And just every month, my checks have either doubled, if not tripled. And I started at $16, and you can kind of do the math there that just being in the great, I mean, that chart is super conservative. That's all I have to say. And I think you mentioned that, but it is so nice to know that I'll be able to pay for my kids to go to amazing camps and just pay for them to go to college, and they're not going to have the loans that I had forever. And just, growing up poor sucks. And I don't want my kids to grow up poor. I mean, I'm super honest. I mean, I remember going to the grocery store, and my mom had like $20. She was a teacher, and she was like, let's see if we can make this last for the whole week. I mean, we were in Food Line with one $20 bill, and that sucks. Like, I want to go to Australia, and you can't do that with one $20 bill, right? So I love that we're able to help people make money. It's just, and have fun. It's just like all of the awesome things combined with Plexus. And then we have this amazing product that backs everything up. So that's all. I love Plexus.
Thank you, Casey. And I think for a final person that's going to share is Mandy. So, Mandy, if you'll unmute yourself, and we'll let you be the final testimonial as far as what the finances of Plexus have done for you. And then I'll wrap it up.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, when I started Plexus started the products August of last year and really wasn't looking to really make a whole lot of money, just wanted to pay for my products and everything. And once I started realizing that my checks were basically doubling every month, I realized there was something there. So I got plugged in, and, you know, I set these goals for myself. I've been a hairdresser for 11 years, and I have these horrible shoulder problems, and I don't get home until almost 8 o'clock, you know, when I work 3 nights a week, which is really tough because I'm away from my family. So my goal was to like, hopefully retire from doing hair by December of this year. And just last month decided that since my checks were pretty consistent, they were consistently growing every month. I just recently talked with my boss the other day, and I'm going to be down to 2.5 days at the shop now. And
That is wonderful.
So that's like one extra day that I get to be home with my son, and just the look on his face was priceless when I was like, Mommy's going to get to be home with you another day out of the week. Like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm going to be home with him every day. And I'm going to continue backing off a day. Like, that's my goal. Like, by summertime, I want to be down to 2 days. And then hopefully by this Christmas, like, it'll be my last, you know, month with doing hair. And if I do decide to stay with hair, I'll be doing it like as a passion, not because I have to kill myself to pay the bills. So I'm super excited what Plexus has done for me and my family, and I just cannot wait to see where this journey takes me and my family.
Oh, that is so awesome. Thank you so much, Mandy, for sharing that. I know that's something that you just can't put a price on, like you said, just your son's face when he was when you told him that. So I'm going to ask if you'll mute yourself back again. For those of you who have seen my story on Facebook, I shared that I told my kids that when they get out of school this year that I will not be working. I actually have written out my resignation letter, and my goal is to be able to hand that in on May the 1st, and that by the end of May I will no longer be employable. The Plexus is going to make me unemployable, which that is my goal, which is amazing. Right now, Plexus does, as Katie mentioned, pay for our mortgage. It pays for all 3 kids to go to private school. It now pays for all of our Plexus products, as well as we have 1 car payment. It pays for that, and there's still some left over. We've been able to do some amazing things with our Plexus additional income, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds. So thank you guys for joining this call. I appreciate you hanging in there with us a few extra minutes. This call, again, was being recorded, and I will be able to share this with you if you want the recording. Please reach out to me on Facebook. I'm listed as Kelly, Kelly, Knowles, Knowles, Jan, Jan. You can send me a private Facebook message. You can reach out to send me a friend request. Please get with the person who invited you to this call or myself to ask any questions. If you're on our Plexus team, I'm so glad you are. You've made one of the best decisions of your life. And if you have questions, I definitely want to explain to you more about the compensation plan. If you're just checking out Plexus for the first time, please get with the person who invited you, ask them questions, and you will find that this is one of the very best compensation plans that you will find around anywhere. You can also check out on Facebook. Her name is Natalie, Natlie. Her last name is Foler, Foeller. Again, her last name is Foeller. If you go on YouTube and search for Natalie Foler Plexus Compensation Plan, there is a wonderful interview by her. She is actually someone who has helped form compensation plans for several different companies. She is a successful distributor for several different network marketing companies, and she talks about how Plexus compares to a lot of the plans that are out there. Very, very educational if you're also still checking it out. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon.